First of all, I think this is the most important thing to understand about your own Kundalini, as self-realization is self-knowledge. And the one who gives you self-knowledge is this your own Kundalini. Because when she rises, she points it out what are the problems on your chakras. Now, we say that it is pure desire. But we do not know what purity means. It means your chaste desire. It means it has no lust, greed, anything in it. That power is your own mother and is settled in your triangular bone. She is your own mother. She knows everything about you. It's like a tape recorder. She knows everything about you. And she is absolutely the knowledge. Because she is so pure. And whatever chakras she touches, she also knows what's wrong with that chakra beforehand. So she is quite prepared and she adjusts herself fully so that you do not get a problem by her awakening. If any chakra is constricted, she waits and goes on slowly, opening that chakra. Now this Kundalini is the primordial power which is reflected within you. And within you, in a human being, it is like many strands of energy. So it's like a rope. And these energies are all twisted together to form this Kundalini. In a human being, these strands are 3 into 7, that is 21, raised to power 108. But when your Kundalini rises, 1 or 2 strands out of this come up and pierce the fontanelle bone area. Only 1 or 2. Because it has to pass through the innermost nadi, known as Brahma Nadi. It's all a spiral throughout, because Kundalini is a spiral and these nadis are also like a spiral, like this. So the innermost nadi is the Brahma Nadi. The outermost nadi is the right side. And the second innermost is the Ida Nadi. So through the Brahma Nadi, she starts sending those threads. By that, they relax the center. By the relaxation of the center, the sympathetic nervous system also starts relaxing. And when it goes to the Agya Chakra, then your eyes start relaxing, your pupils start dilating, and your eyes can become like mine, very black, absolutely relaxed. So you can easily see in a person how far is the Kundalini. If it has pierced the agya, then the eyes will be completely dilated and would be shiny. And then she enters into the Sahasrara. Now it is absolutely pure light of knowledge, love, compassion and attention. All these three things are in that energy. We know of many energies like electrical energy, we know of light energy, we know of other energies. But these energies cannot think. They cannot adjust. They cannot work on their own. They are to be handled by us. But this energy itself is the living energy and knows how to handle itself. It thinks. If you see a seed being sprouted, you'll find at the tip of the seed there's a small little cell which knows how to go around the soft places and then how to encircle the stones and then how to find its way to the source. That cell has got, I would say, a little Kundalini in it, the way it moves. But within you is a tremendous force of Kundalini exists. So you have a storehouse of compassion which can be enlightened by the Spirit. You have the storehouse of love, compassion and knowledge and ocean of forgiveness. When people get realization, they do not understand that they have to now grow. And why they don't grow? Because they do not ask for these energies. A person who is a realized soul, if he says that I have to have more compassion, my compassion is not all right. My concern about others is not all right. My generosity is not all right. I'm exploiting others. I'm exploiting their love. Then this energy starts moving, giving you that greater dimension of love and compassion. But if you do not want to be growing in your awareness, then she says, all right, he is a half-baked Sahajogi, let it be. She doesn't supply that energy which is stored within you. I told you, 3 into 7, that is 21 raised to power 108. So what a storage you have within yourself. But because of your mundane style of thinking and asking, in the beginning when I started Sahaja Yoga, people used to ask for, say, jobs or for my mother is sick or a father is sick, or they would ask for money or something like that. So these wants are not pure wants. As we know in economics, they are not pure wants. They are impure wants. Because they are never satiable in general. So this Kundalini, that is your mother, she is there to supply you, nourish you, to look after you, to make you grow. By giving you a higher personality. higher personality, wider personality, deeper personality. Now, we think if somebody is well read, then we think he is a higher personality. Sometimes a person who is rich, we think, is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is very hardworking is a higher personality. Sometimes we think a person who is having some sort of a confusion about religion or something, we think he is a higher person. Our ideas about higher personality itself are wrong. People are higher because they are spiritually evolved. Otherwise they are not, they go to dogs. Nobody respects them. So, to look at a seed looks like an ordinary thing, nothing special. Could be very hard nut also. Mostly the seeds are in nuts. Mostly. If they are not in nuts, then they might be having some sheath or something, minimum. But you won't find a seed just hanging from somewhere on a tree. It has to have some protection, some sort of a hardness outside. Now, that hardness is there. But the germ has a capacity to break that hardness. Just imagine a germ, which is such a delicate thing, which even if you touch it might break. Can break a germ? Can break the covering, the hard shell? How can it do it? Isn't it fantastic? That such a hard shell, which we cannot break it with our teeth even, can be easily broken by a delicate germ. So at that time, what happens is the shell itself doesn't become lively. It doesn't get life. There is no movement of the shell itself, but it moves and it opens. So that delicate thing, when it grows, then the shell has to break. In the same way, this Kundalini, which is a delicate thing, if you see a person who is compassionate, oh, they say, Mother, he is too much a gem, Everybody has sort of a sympathy, protectiveness for that person. He's just Mother, he's just compassion, it's too much. We always feel such a person to be a weakling, a weak personality, and that he should be protected. Oh Mother, he doesn't know also how to abuse people, how will he beat anyone? He cannot even kill an ant on this road. How can he do anything that is good for nothing? That's our concept, because we think we should have somebody really a tyrannical person to handle things. But just see that in a seed, it is that delicate germ grows and breaks the shell. In the same way, when we become really delicate like a germ and then grow in our delicacy and in our beauty of compassion, love, and knowledge which makes you humble, then these shells will break. But is the other way now? Normally. So what we should ask for is that beautiful, soft, compassionate nature, and then the Kundalini will supply. Because she only has that. Kundalini doesn't have anything else. All her power is of love. Nothing but love. So how can she give you something she doesn't have? Supposing you hate someone. What can she do? She can't do anything because she cannot give you powers to hate. So what she says, you hate someone, Allah forgive. She gives you the power to forgive. Like a sword has to fight, a shield, not a sword. So the violence, as they say, can be only fought with non-violence. In the same way, if we have to grow, the Sahaja Yogis have to grow, first of all, we have to see how softly we talk, how kindly we talk, how considerate we are. Now, this is externally. But when you start doing that externally, the energy starts coming internally. You might say, Mother, even if you think, so that's our thinking. No, you're thinking that. No? For that thinking, the energy will come from Kundalini. Because you're asking her help. Whatever she has, she's willing to give, but whatever she does not have, how can she give? Now supposing you want to get angry. She hasn't got the power to show anger. So how can she give you anger and temper? I mean, sometimes I try, let's see if I can get into ego. How to get, I don't know. Because this Kundalini doesn't know what is this ego, how to pamper the ego and how to make you fly in the air. No. So whatever kind of energy she is, she will give you that. So please remember, those who try to bring in assertions and conditioning and ego and all that are not going to grow because they are not getting the energy from the Kundalini but from outside, which is absolutely useless. So the power of Kundalini is absolute purity, auspiciousness, holiness, chastity, self-respect, pure love, detachment, concern, enlightened attention, to give you joy. As every mother wants that her child should get the joy. Whichever way is possible, she'll try to give joy to her children. In the same way, this Kundalini has only one power, how to give joy to her own children, and she does that. Supposing, I don't know about modern mothers, but normally If I would go and say to my mother, teach me how to be angry, she will say, you go and cut your nose. If I tell her that, tell me how to tell lies, she'll say, go and cut your tongue. If I say, tell me how to see bad things in others, she will say, take out your eyes is better. All these ideas that we harbor within ourselves make a very big problem for Kundalini to enter into your attention. Now people always ask, Mother, how are we to grow? What should we do? That's why I say introspection. There should be introspection. What do I want in this life? I should be able to love many more people without any lust or greed or expectations. All right. Then the floods of abstract love will flow. She gives you witness state, she gives you peace. How many things she has to give you, by which you become so powerful, so very powerful. No one can trouble you. She gives you security, she gives you peace, she gives you wisdom. But if you want to ask for stupidity, she cannot do it. It's impossible. She hasn't got it with her. So every Sahajogi who has to grow must know what is in store with your own Kundalini. So now if you try to do the other way down, you jump on the left or the right side. Jump on the left side, then you start moving on the left side. Then you can become anything. Whatever we hear about people, the way they murder and rape and this and that, and all these things start coming in very easily. Because that energy lies beyond the Kundalini. Because you move on that side, all right, you want bhoots, have them. You want diseases, have them. You want to indulge into filthy things, have the filth. Whatever you want, you can have it. Also, that is available. Nobody can stop you. You want to be sly, you want to be talking behind the backs, all right, go ahead. This is also very common, I've heard that the Sahajogis, especially ladies, go on talking behind about others, discussing. This is how we can never grow. If you have to talk, only talk good about others. Otherwise, don't talk. Best is. These things are not going to help us. Now, we are not here in this world at this stage to build more churches or temples or mosques. No, I had enough of them. enough of problems. So now we want to make for ourselves abode of love and purity. But those who are residents are not. Then how can you have love? It will be always jealousies and selfishness and all those things there. So when we talk of the light of the Kundalini, we have to understand that this light spreads in your life, outside your life, and expresses itself in a very, very beautiful manner. Everyone says that Sahajogis look very different from others. There's a glow on their face, they look like flowers. So many. Relaxed. They're very beautiful people. For example, in Kabela, people were so impressed. They said, these are young people and they have come here. They are not fighting over there. Said, there are no hooligans among them. They were quite surprised. How could you be so sensitive? So many of you. So many people, if they gather anywhere, they can go amok in no time. I mean, even a smaller group can become mad. For no rhyme and reason, they go mad. So this collective behavior of yours was so much seen clearly by the simple village people. For that, you have to just desire. You just have to desire. And this pure desire works out in the right direction. Otherwise, whatever you desire, you can get it. You want money, all right, have it. Move to the right side. Get money this way, get money that way, do what you like. Then you want to kill somebody, all right, get to the right side. You can get many people who will go and kill anybody they want to. Then you want some publicity or something, all right, get to the right side. All these things can happen, whatever you want, according to the movement that you have. But for ascent, your desire should be pure desire to get to that greater personality of love and beautiful relationships.